It's time for another Hero Factory episode of the show where we spotlight Bionicle monks from across the community to inspire you. Now, I had some people reach out to me about covering a collab that they did. Unfortunately, it was posted very late into February, so I wasn't able to cover it during Hero February, so I'll be doing it now. Let's check out some awesome mech suits inspired from the awesome wave of Hero Factory sets, Invasion from Below. The first mock today is by Luca Bricks, and it's called Evo Assault Scout Mech. Now, using two of the Hero Factory blaster pieces, these ones that came in gunmetal, they were in a bunch of different Hero Factory sets, and then combining them with these larger barrel pieces in black. We saw these in black in Exoforce sets, much like Stealth Hunter here. How lovely does that look? It's a wonderful combination of pieces, and it certainly does make for a very stunning blaster design. I think the mech's legs are also rather interesting. There's a nice shape to them. The triple jointed design, it makes for an almost digitigrade leg design, and it's kind of cool. Plus it's just nice to see a departure from a very standard humanoid mech. A subtle change like this is very welcome. Now, this mech suit differs from your standard mechs, the ones that we saw in Invasion from Below sets, because it doesn't have that specific cockpit windscreen piece. Instead, they've got more of this roll cage design at the front there. And a roll cage is a bit different, especially since every single mech that came out in Invasion from Below had that windscreen. I like seeing something different, something new. It's just a very welcome change. Plus, stylistically, I think it just fits this mech very nicely. The windscreen might not have worked here. Plus, it got a nice arm blaster and a rad shoulder turret. Honestly, Invasion from Below mechs really shine when they're just decked out with heaps of weapons like this one is. Now let's move over to the next mock, but before we do, I think it's worth mentioning, because I saw a couple people mentioning this in the previous Hero Factory episode I posted, so figured I'd add some clarity there, because it's a fair enough question. I definitely will still be posting more Hero Factory episodes, even when it isn't February, because they're just so much fun. And it seems a little silly to ignore it the whole rest of the year, but I can only focus on it in February. You guys have been really enjoying the Hero Factory content, so if you're enjoying it, I'm gonna keep posting it. In fact, I'm even kind of debating doing one Hero Factory related thing per week, whether that's a Bionicle Inspiration Series episode or reviewing a Hero Factory set or something. Maybe one episode a week could be something that I'll look into. I'll test the waters, see how we feel, but it's likely gonna happen. But the next Bionicle Inspiration Series episode will be Bionicle related, don't you worry. Anyway, the next mock that we're going to be talking about is by Optimus Wide, and it's called HF Beast Climber 1.4. What's cool about this is how system heavy it is. If you're someone that doesn't really have a lot of Bionicle or Hero Factory pieces, you could still build something like this with existing Lego bricks that might be in your collection. Or, you go out and buy a couple Lego sets and try your best to build a mech like this. It's nice that you can still build within these worlds even if you're using other types of pieces. And hey, you can get awesome results like this. Now, one thing I enjoy here is the way they've designed the pilot inside the mech suit. You can just see it in this photo here. It appears that it is using the torso from the Lego General Grievous minifigure, and then some skeleton arms and Exoforce robot arms for legs. It's really cute. And plus, it's a great way to make a minifigure pilot, and a great way that, if you don't have any of the minifigures that came in the Invasion from Below sets, you can still build a pilot. And also, this figure would be a little bit smaller than the standard Hero Factory minifigure, so it helps you kind of play with the scale of this mech suit as well. I mean, heck, you could even just use nano minifigures and establish a totally different scale where the suits are gigantic and the kaijus that they're fighting, they're colossal in size. So hey, maybe next time you play with your Invasion from Below sets, throw away your Hero Factory minifigures and play with smaller minifigures. And I was about to swear, don't duck around with your scale, mess around with the scale of your Hero Factory mech suits. Another fun feature here are the interchangeable weapons. We can see a few photos here with some of the weapons laid out on the ground, and we can see that they attach onto the limbs, but also onto these smaller attachments on the top of the mech suit. I like that. Lots of fun combinations you can play with. Maybe different missions call for different arrangements of these weapons. That's great. A lot of cool stuff going on here. And finally, Bart Bionicle built a mock, and the description on Instagram had this written on it, which if I use the old Google Translate, it says, "The armored march goes, death follows it." Well, we were speaking before about decking out your creations with heaps of weapons, and here you go, this does exactly that. So we've got a big old Gatling gun with an ammo belt coming out of it, two smaller little Gatling guns in silver on the chest, multiple transgreen lasers, a huge turret up top, and then two more on the side, one long one and a bunch of gold missiles on the other one, and then a little smaller wrist turret there, a big old blade. There's just heaps going on. It's great. And this really just decked out aesthetic with all sorts of weaponry going on. I dig it. It seems to fit right at home on a mech suit that is designed to take out these mysterious and very powerful kaiju creatures. Now, this cockpit design uses the large CCBS black torso armor piece that came on Onward G2. Of course, the set had some stickers on that torso piece. This one doesn't have those stickers on it. But yeah, what a great time to use that larger CCBS armor piece because, I don't know, a lot of people struggle with that part just because of how big it is. It's just really hard to integrate it well into, standard Toa-sized builds. But the bulky, well-armored vibe of this, it's perfect for a mech suit of this nature. And the way it kind of sort of masks the cockpit a little, adding a little bit of extra armor and support. It's nice. It's really nice. Always a pleasure to see that piece being used so well. Also, the lime up against the black and the gunmetal, it's awesome. Furno riding it is a great idea because the nice pops of red there, he really stands out. This is great. So there you go, that's the end of this little cheeky collab. Only a couple mocks in it, but hey, there's no reason you can't get a couple of your friends together and decide to build under a unified theme. You don't need to have 20 people be a part of your collaborative build. You just gotta have fun, and these guys certainly looked like they had a lot of fun. So hopefully you got a little bit of inspiration for your next Bionicle or Hero Factory themed build. But if you'd like a little bit more, be sure to check the links in the description below and check out some of the other builds that these builders have made. Additionally, in the description below is the submission email. If you've got a collaborative build coming up or that you've posted in the past and you want to see an episode of the Bionicle Inspiration series all about it, let me know about it and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy building and bye for now.